you definitely dyed your hair. Like you can always see that one guy, like, oh, he definitely dyed his hair. He definitely colors his hair.
You can actually see it because it's like you can see the dark spots on his forehead where he was trying to.
You're just like, nah, that he's too old to have like that black of hair.
Yeah, totally. That was probably what's his name that he used to work with. Remember he was spastic dude that used to bet a lot, gamble, and smoke way too much weed. Jordan.
Oh, Jordan,
You
yeah.
could see his dye. You could see his dye
Yeah.
issue. You're like,
just color it. Color out the gray. I'm actually okay with the gray. Like I've got some, I've got silvers for sure on the sides. Not crazy, but
well, before you go any further, Hefe, it's DMudd OFace podcast. Wednesday night. What up? What up?
What up?
What up? I guess yeah, we're just going live tonight.
Or hi.
Oh,
howdy.
Hi. Oh, hi there. How are you doing, Jeff?
It's another Wednesday.
They just keep ticking off, huh? It's like tick, tick, just.
Yeah, it's like even now, obviously you're getting to the stretch where you're going to Costco and you're starting to see Christmas decorations up already.
Fuck that shit, man.
Man.
What are we doing?
But they've been doing that for years now. They started way early. I mean, sometimes you see some of that in like September. You're like, okay, it's October now. I kind of get it, but it's like, can we still at least get to the Halloween yet? Like we just are scratching the surface of this month.
Well, I'm telling you, last week we were talking about.
Don't so bombard me with Christmas trees.
Halloween was coming way too fast. Everyone's starting to decorate Halloween like in the middle of September.
I think it has more to do with people are like want to get to those fall seasons. Like we're sick of the heat now. Like bring us to some cooler weather. Because when I know when Halloween's around, I'm getting into the cooler weather.
Getting a little. People like the fall, right? Fall's happening.
Fall season, changing of the colors, and just cooler. They want to be able to bring out those big coats, even though it's like a 70 degrees day and you're still out there in a big coat. Gotta get their big coat on.
I mean, it was 90 degrees this last week, for God's sakes.
Yeah, it's last weekend. Yeah, last weekend was like in the 90s. But this weekend as I feel, it's finally felt like fall the last couple of days, which is nice. I mean, it's just nice because it was getting hot, still too hot for this time of year. I don't want to see it blaze in 90s in October.
But we get that in November. It's going to be like 90 degrees in November. We get some years,
Goddamn kids' chocolate's going to melt. Gotta get that candy.
Yeah, speaking of getting old, I think someone told me like I can barely see anything but gray on the side of my hair right now. Like it's all gray. I mean, it's like, it's white. You can see it's freaking white.
That's a little bit, but so to catch you, some of the folks out there up on this, Dustin and I were having a talk because I got a haircut last week, or actually last weekend, and but DMudd had mentioned about getting the spray hair to fill in some of my light spots, which actually I would love to try it just as a joke, just to see. But we got into the conversation as far as people, you can definitely tell when they have dye jobs going on, when they're trying to keep it supposedly their natural color. Like, and you could tell it's like
what was the name of
it dyed? I don't know.
What was the name of that thing that was like you could buy on TV where they would show like people like spray painting their hair in? There was like a.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the name of the life of me. You'd have to look. You'd have to look that up.
Commercial, I think.
Yeah, you'd have to look that up. But I mean, I remember seeing a couple of those info commercials where guys were getting that done, like in like a mall setting where people were watching it happen, and people were like blown away, like, "Oh shit!" The guy is like comes out, looks like he's got a full head of hair, like he's just like, "I just sprayed this fucking." I'm sure that's probably really healthy. Spray, totally. Aerosol spray right to the skin. Whatever that is.
You usually do it right on the top of the head, right? There's a couple patches up there that are filled in, a little spray paint.
Yeah, boom. So it's like,
because everyone's looking at the.
I
top
still would
of
like
your
to try it
skull.
though, because show up to a friend's house like, oh, we're doing like fantasy football draft, even if I don't, although I don't do those anymore. It's like show up with like your hair sprayed up, hair sprayed all up.
So speaking of getting old, I was going to kind of bring up. So tomorrow I have to start my my colonoscopy body flush.
Okay.
Because on Friday I'm having a colonoscopy.
So you can't eat. You can't eat then.
Can't eat tomorrow, and then tomorrow night after 5 o'clock, I have to drink some of that bullshit stuff, and then just start pissing out my ass for the next 24 hours.
And then you're getting a camera in the old bum, right?
In the bum, and then in the mouth, because they're gonna go check out the old esophagus, and then go right up to the old rectum. That will kill them.
Well, hopefully they don't wipe it off, and hopefully they start below first.
And just go straight from here.
Just straight, yeah. Just like, okay, bottom looks good. Open it up. You're like, sweet. Jesus, what kind of clinic you running here?
Talk about ass to mouth.
You're like, never doing this again.
Woo! The next day I'm gonna wake up like my throat really hurts. It's like a little rusty, and it smells like shit.
Yeah, you're like, God damn. You know, I still think I tasted some of that barbecue chicken from the other night. It's like, what was that? Oh, dang, was that like a jalapeno sausage? That was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no chance. I hope not. You know, hopefully I'm going to be put under, they're going to juice it up, and then I'll wake up about an hour later, apparently, and hopefully
probed. You wake up, you're like, why does my breath taste like shit?
Like, my dad was saying, like, when you go under, you should tell the doctor, since he's doing your butt and he's doing in your throat, that at the same time, just ask him to check the old prostate at the same time.
Yeah.
Since he's in there, just really get in there and check the old prostate. Just really, he's gonna just really
hammer it home.
Check it out.
Hammer it home. It's like 1, 2.
Since you're asleep and you're not gonna feel it, just let him pound that prostate when he's in there. Just check it out. Make sure everything's clear in there,
And then how did that work out? Good.
Well, we'll see. Good? I guess we'll find out. I mean, I'm gonna have to ask the doctor on my own on Friday. Be like, hey, since you're just you're getting in there, you're in there. Can you just check the old prostate out? See what's going on.
It doesn't hurt to be. I mean, I get it done once a year.
The prostate exam.
Yeah.
You do?
Finger.
Oh, you do?
Maybe two if I'm lucky. But I usually get a finger, because I go for a physical every year. I've been going for a physical every year since I turned 40. So they do a prostate. I'm in my 40s now, right? So you got to check.
Do you get a blood? Do you get like your blood done and everything?
I'm supposed to go get my blood done, but I didn't do it this year. I didn't really want to. I knew I have high cholesterol, so I got to get that. So I keep my medication with that.
Oh, I'm afraid. Really? I'm afraid now because I bought a blood pressure thing, and I've been checking it for last couple weeks since I got it, and I think I might be have hypertension.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm popping out. There's sometimes I'm popping out 160 over 110. The fuck is that? That means I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I went in and got my blood work done. I said I usually get my blood work done once a year, and it came back 3 years ago that I had high cholesterol. I'm like, it's not like I eat bad, but it was just genial, So I've been on cholesterol medication every year, once a day. I have to take it once a day for.
Oh, dude! Oh, it must have been really pinned
It was
up.
high.
Pretty high.
Yeah, the doctor is like saying my numbers were like what they call widowmaker numbers. You could be like that young guy who just fucking falls over and dead washing his car one day.
Right, exactly. You don't want to be that way.
I'm not like 300 pounds, so it's like for like me to have just that happen, like. So I'm on that, and just some other things like it was all everything minor, but I never got my blood work done. I should have for this year, but I usually get the prostate thing and the balls,
blood work,
the finger in the balls,
finger in the butt, finger in the butt. But that's all right.
Coughing thing, hernia.
Well, yeah. So that's the thing I have to get done. I just booked my appointment for my umbilical hernia.
Well, do you have a normal physician?
I'm starting to narrow one down, like a regular one. But
find a decent one that you like, and then try and get a yearly. Let's get on a yearly physical, like usually at the beginning of the year.
I only get one, so I only had one like 2 years ago, but they did a whole blood panel and everything, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, you should probably get a blood panel every year too. That's what that's what they're telling me also. But we're gonna start seeing numbers we don't want to see.
Yeah, no shit. It's like fuck it at this point.
I just, you know what?
Go max all my cards out and go to Vegas. Drive right off the road.
Well, yeah, getting old, it sucks though. I mean, we're the old guy now. You know, we're 45. That's old, bro. That's old.
Like I said, we don't get invited to bachelor parties anymore. We barely get invited to weddings. Now we're starting to go to funerals. I'm not that old. I'm not that old.
No, I think we got like maybe 30 plus years left, maybe.
I mean, yeah, 30, 35. No, 75.
Right, 45, 30, 75. We can make 75 plus, right?
75, damn. I mean, I'd be happy if I make it to say 85.
85.
85 is the number I'm going with, but I don't want to be shitting my pants 85. Like,
no,
if I'm starting to shit my pants and I'm like 82, then take me out then, because I don't want to go to 85 doing the same thing. Old Yeller me.
I kind of like the Alzheimer's thing because it's
just forget everything.
You'll start forgetting before you die. When you die, you kind of forget and don't even know anything is happening then. So it's like the precursor, you know.
Yeah, but that's tough on your family.
Everyone else, right? And who knows what you can become in a situation like that, you know?
Yeah, you could just be like, oh shit, like where the freaking DMudd go? Like you left the door open. Like he gone. Amber alert out for DMudd. Like just walked out of the open door.
And all the whole family's out looking for you and stuff.
Yeah. Saying
where did you go?
I'm going to find Wayne Gretzky. I gotta find Wayne Gretzky. He's playing tonight. He didn't
even know
up.
who he was. You've never met him ever. Why are you looking for him? You've never known him. You've never seen him. You've gone crazy. You gone crazy.
Where's Wayne Gretzky? I didn't see him on the ice tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I tell you, back in the day, I used to watch him on the ice all the time.
But yeah, I don't know about. I just want to be able to have most of my senses, be able to use the bathroom on my own, and you know, obviously, probably a little struggle walking around. That's fine, but then I kind of just want to go, obviously, peacefully in my own bed, and not being too much of a burden on anyone.
Right. I mean, you know,
Alzheimer's. That's a kind of it's just like your family just watching you deteriorate. And you're like, hey, everybody, who the fuck am I? Hey, everybody, who the fuck am I?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
Yeah.
It's got to be a tough way to go. It's got to be a tough way to go for sure. You know? But
what's about cancer? That doesn't really run in my family. Cancer is not like in my family. Heart attack? Yeah, I think a heart attack.
Heart attack. Got to get that figured out. Go get a. I'm going to go to a. What are they? What are the heart doctors called? What are they called?
I think you've
cardiologists.
I think you've named like 3 doctors that you're going to tonight. Jesus, are you dying tomorrow?
No, I would book a cardiologist.
Is there more to the story than you need to tell besides I'm just getting a freaking anal probed on Friday?
No, I'm just at an age now where I feel like I need to just kind of get.
You're doing a full tune. You're getting a new motor. You're just you're getting a new transmission.
I'm going to get my butthole looked at and my esophagus looked at to make sure there's no major cancerous issues in there. They'll probably clear out some polyps. That's what they do. If I have
flush
any
polyps, give you a flush.
Flush it out. I'm going to drink that fucking bile shit tomorrow. And
it sounds like a car tune-up. Like a car tune-up. It's like you're doing it's like you're doing a radiator flush.
Well, no, just look at actually. No, this is where they clear out and then they look to see inside, inside the little bit, see what's going on in there.
They're going to find a lot of Del Taco. Old Del Taco in there. Maybe even a packet, like a Del Taco packet. like a mild packet in there.
It's definitely possible.
How do you get a mild packet in your anus?
You know what I think it is? I think the packet's right there in this puppy. You see that? That's my umbilical hernia. There's a packet right in there.
There's more than a packet in there. There's a freaking like a couple combo burritos stuffed in there for like a rainy day.
That's what I'm getting fixed next month, bro. Next month.
What?
This. See that?
Oh, yeah. No, I see it.
That's the umbilical hernia that I have right now.
Almost looks like you could draw on your stomach and be like Charlie Brown's face on there.
No, that's that mild sauce packet. That's it pushing out.
Yeah.
That's actually my large intestine pushing out of my belly button. So
sounds delicious.
So they're gonna sew up the front and then go through the sides and make like some incisions. And like I said last week, make like a little netting in there to kind of fix that problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so just getting her done. And my glasses.
Little lipo, get a little butt lift too while you're at it.
It really is. He basically is it's basically a plastic surgeon is what I'm going to.
You're gonna go down Rodeo and get some work done, a little Botox here.
I'm gonna get some butt implants too.
Yeah, so in a couple of weeks you're gonna look like a whole new DMudd. Yeah,
gonna get this sucked out. I'm gonna have all this gray stuff just ripped on my face.
Lasered on. Brown lasered.
And then all the hair that just grows from here all the way up into here.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're going to be a whole new man.
Oh, yeah. And after that, what am I doing after that? What's I going to do up there? Oh, yeah. I don't know. We're going to go, we'll see what's next. We'll get maybe that anal fissure done.
Penis enlargement. Little peni enlargement.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I want. That seems like a lot of work. I'm going to get that 12-year-old hemorrhoid fixed, maybe next year.
Oh, that's okay. Now you're making me feel old. Can you get the walker out?
Everything hurts, though, Everything is hurt. It's hurt.
You should exercise more.
I do. I told you. I'm riding a bike every day for 45 to 50 minutes every day. I mean, 5 days a week.
Are you riding from the donut shop to the to the Del Taco to the? No, I'm kidding.
No. I am coming home after dropping off the kids and riding that bike. Getting on that bike. Riding the balls out of things.
What else we got on the tap this evening, DMudd, besides talking about our age and making me feel really old? I can also hear myself in the background. Do you have my volume up over there?
Oh, no, I can hear you though. You sound good to me. Are you we hearing some echo?
No.
Is that better?
That's better, yeah.
Are you hearing some
I was talking
echo?
and I could hear myself in the back again.
Oh.
No, it doesn't seem like it's as loud this time. The game is still 1-1, by the way.
Oh, is that what's happening? That game's going to go on probably till midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's scoring. It's
So
one
what
pitch,
I did want to ask you
one
about,
pitcher who slips up.
right? Just one wrong pitch.
Yeah. All right. What was that?
No, I wanted to ask you about something that was, kind of seeing everyone so hot on it. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But what do you think about like teaching like sex ed in school? Do you think school, like, I don't know what age, maybe we could talk about the age, but do you think schools should be responsible for teaching sex education, sexual education? And if so, I mean, what level do we go to? I mean, what's the description? How far do we go? I mean, we're really going all the way, or is this something that should not be dealt with at school at all?
Well, it's a great topic, and I feel like there's three things, and especially the high school level, that should be taught. That actually being one of them, and two others, but I'll get to the two others in a minute. So I'll answer your question about the sexual education part of it. I think so, and I feel like kids at a certain age level in high school, and I'm not saying forcing that on a freshman, but maybe because I feel like if you get to a junior senior level, like they've already experimented and they already know, and they've already, it's like if they just would have been warned a little bit earlier, that may have solved them from a problem that junior or senior season. So I feel like as an incoming freshman, especially, it kind of spooks you a little bit. So it makes you think twice before maybe you do some of the things you do. It's kind of like, oh, like what to expect when you're expecting. I think.
So you're thinking not till freshman year.
I think no,
in
not
high
till,
school
but I
that
think
sex education to be taught about.
I feel like, because I feel like it could be taught like with like your science course or something, and I don't know if it still is. Maybe it's not. I have no idea.
Maybe I think it's a pick and choose or certain.
I have a freshman in high school, and I feel like at 14, 15 years old, when they're going in, that it kind of is an eye-opening experience for them, that it'll make them maybe possibly think twice before they do something, coming up in the next few years. I mean, let's face it, yourself, myself, of millions of other people pretty much all lost their virginity during their high school years, right? So I feel like if you kind of like get a little warning before I feel like junior, senior is just too late. And as far as
I'm talking about, I'm thinking
like the level of the sexual education should be from everything, from like as far as from actually having intercourse, obviously not teaching positions, but you're explained about intercourse, what that does, then the possibilities, what could happen if you're not protected. You could have a child, and then it goes through the whole birthing process, and it kind of is like a whole like, wow, like this is a whole thing, the whole cycle.
I don't. I just feel like.
I mean, it's part of life, right? I think it's part of life.
It is,
it's something that should be like
grade is too late. I feel like ninth grade is too late.
You think it's too late? Oh, and don't get me wrong. I mean, they did for my son. They did teach about it. We had to they sent home a parental permission slip that they had to like fill out to watch like this movie, and that was in 8th grade. It was. So they did a little snippet of it, but I don't know if they go into full like in depth as far as like everything. I think it was just like a little brief little, oh, you're gonna watch this video in this class, and this is gonna, give you some insight into sex and sexual education, this and that. But I feel like if it's taught more than extensive, and it could be just like like a week thing, like a 2-week thing, you know, depending on your classes you go on. If you have classes like every other day, just because of the way they're structured nowadays for like a particular class, then you go through like a 2-week program of learning about it, and that's it. Like you don't need to dwell on it. You can get your point across.
Do we teach the birthing and having a baby first, and then back up, and then go backwards from there, or do we start with this is where the heavy petting is, and this is when we start finger banging, and this is where we start intercoursing, and this is when we start ejaculating, and then if you ejaculate in a female, then you can get pregnant. But if you were to wear a condom, then you can prevent possibly from impregnating a female. Is that the level that we need to go to? Something like that? That's pretty aggressive.
I feel like you could get into, people could talk about there's other ways of obviously sexual pleasure, which is like forms of masturbation. Yes, I think you can get into forms of masturbation as like a sexual pleasure. I don't know if you need to get into detail as far as like finger banging chicks and going to first base, second base, third base, that kind of stuff. But I think you should start it in the evolution of how we're all created. So it should be from like, you might feel like tinglenesses to your body or hormonal and this and that. You may want to experiment with yourself, and there's these, there's forms of masturbation, and you get into that, and then you can get into like, when you feel like the time is right and you're with the right person, there's a chance you may have intercourse with this individual. And then there's like practicing about safe sex. And then if you don't, and then it gets into, so that way people are at least made aware of safe sex, because let's face it, as much as MTV's kind of glamorized teen pregnancies, most teen girls or guys, boys, don't want to have a baby in their teenage years.
No,
not ready for that, right? Mentally, financially, physically, maybe, but it's more of a mental and financial thing. So, no, definitely not. Although the bonuses of having a kid that young, there's some bonuses as long as you only plan on having that 1 or 2 kid, is by the time you get in your 40s, the kid's like 18 and taking care of himself. You know what I mean? Like, so you could be living up, instead of enjoying your early 20s, like most average people do, as far as like turning 21, back, this and partying and just being a belligerent mess during your early 20s. These people are having it in their 40s, late 30s and like 40s, So there's some bonus to it, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like having a child in your teens is definitely the right way to go. But I think that's something that the class could inform you on, to kind of put a little bit of a scared straight, like the old scared straight thing, to kind of like deter people from, not to deter people from having sex, but to deter people of making it informative, making it informative and safe. Yeah. And then you go through the baby stages, then you can go through like raising kids, and you can put up charts on the average cost it is to raise a child on a yearly basis from different ages, from newborn to preemie, all the way up to high school, college level.
What's great, Jeff, is all the stuff you're saying seems pretty normal way that you'd want to go talking about to your child about having sex and sexual relations and intercourse and stuff throughout their life and all that. Seems pretty normal to me. But then you have people that throw like religion into the mix, and then
hold on.
You got it.
The Dodgers won Grand Slam. Chris Taylor.
Oh, the Grand Slam.
Oh my God.
So it was it wasn't a Grand Slam. It was a 3-run or 2-run.
Okay,
2-run. They already had a run, so it's 3-1. Chris Taylor. All right.
To win the games.
Yeah. Bottom of the ninth. Thank you, buddy. Have a nice night. Bottom of the ninth.
Want to stay with Dad or no? Okay.
He does. Good night. He likes it in here. What are you doing, DMudd? Taking a shit?
I'm coming right back.
I'm here. I'll just leave this open.
So yeah, just saw that. Or just I didn't see it, but I just heard it. I was informed. The Munchkin that came and informed me.
That's awesome.
I mean, not that
I just think that
exciting game.
I think telling kids not to do something,
makes them want to do it more, of course. Yeah.
Right. So if we just accept that they're going to do certain things and educate them and help them make the right decisions and prevent certain things from happening, I think that's the best way to go.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And again, it's something we all do, as many people would say, like, oh, you shouldn't be obviously having sex when you're a teenager. You should be waiting until your marriage. It's like, let's face it, the percentages of that you waiting till your marriage are very small. Most people experiment, and if it's not in the high school level, it's like at the college level at some point. But it's something something we all do.
Yeah, but just don't be in denial. Just don't be in denial about what kids are doing and at what age they could be doing it at. Because the reality is we don't know. And just don't wait that long to educate your kids, because you might wait so long that you start to educate them and I've already gone through it. And then you're now behind the 8 ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking like on a personal level, like as far as being a parent and informing your kid about sex. I mean, I've sat and talked with my son already. Even this was like last year, and he was 12, 13, 8th grade, 13.
Well, so, that seems like
pretty good age. But then because you can't really rely on the school system to do it, because I don't think they really do. And again, I think all he got was like a video, watch this video, so it was like when you watch like a fucking old school porn, that'd be the best way to do it.
Should the schools do it? And then you have the religious people that are like,
no. Well, that's why you got it. That's why you got to get it signed off. Like you can watch. I don't think you can really. I don't think you can watch a porno. Like
Debbie Does porn. Dallas. This week we're gonna watch Debbie Does Dallas.
Okay, all the girls are like, "Geez, I have to do sex that way," or like, I don't even know if my legs can go that far.
Does Debbie do the whole state of Dallas? I mean, the whole country, the whole entire thing.
It's gonna be a long episode. From Arlington to Austin, San Antonio.
She just goes down the line.
Just going everywhere. Frisco, Texas.
Hey, our parents didn't talk to us about it. You know what I mean? So, and look at, we worked out okay by, finding those old.
That's because we broke into our old dirty magazines, our parents' old dirty magazines. And then actually, like, one of your high school buddies comes across an actual porno and you watch that. Now, kids, like I said, and I've had this discussion. I mean, I've caught my oldest on his cell phone watching porn. Yeah. It's at their fingertips now.
Oh, it's right there.
It's right there. Right there.
Right. They could be into
Google whatever you want.
You could be into stepmom, stepson porn like in 1 second if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, anything you want. It's pretty.
I mean, not that I would want that at all, but
no, yeah, of course not. Of course not. Especially a stepson. Weirdo.
Times are changing, times are changing.
So going back to our initial conversation, yes, I think sexual education should be taught in school for, like, again, it doesn't have to be a whole course on it. It could just be a little like 2-week program on it. And then you can do it as a freshman versus later grades.
Just because that would be though that all parents would all have to accept that we're talking about kids having sex, and so many parents don't believe that's even happening, and the religious reasons don't believe
And I think
that
they would have to get that signed off. They would have to be like a permission slip of some sort.
Right. Take the paper home and sign it off.
Yeah.
And then
if your
then you have
kid's
a bunch
not,
of
your kid will go to another, like they'll have another science program or something that they'll just.
No, I'm pulling my kid out of this. I'm pulling my kid out of here. I don't want him. I don't want him discussing about what happens with
blowjobs and anal. Like the one lady I saw, she was like in Texas, like going to school board meetings, like they're teaching about anal in the books. I don't want my kids learning about anal. I don't like anal. You know what that means? She likes anal. It's exactly what that means. She went there to talk about something that she's supposedly so much against, but deep down, she wants anal.
She probably likes the butt.
It's like most of those politicians or guys that come out and like try to, against homosexuality, and all of a sudden it turns out they were caught in like a gay bar.
Homos.
yeah. So it's like
gays, atrocity. It's an atrocity against the Bible. Gays need to be burned at the stake. Burned at the stake. Burn all gays. Week later, they find him smoking a dope on a camera. And
gay bar.
He's like, yeah, I'm gay. Like, really?
You asshole.
Really? Your hatred towards gay people wasn't the clue.
Yeah. So okay. Two other things I'd like to discuss that I feel like they should teach in school. The problem, the issue that they've had with these, and some schools still obviously probably still offer it and do it, but I think for the most schools don't offer it just because of budgetary reasons, is like a home ec class about cooking, basic cooking of basic items, just doing this, learning your way around a stove, learning your way, like boys and girls, right? Should be for everyone, not just girls, obviously, but everyone should learn it. So that way, when you get into the real world, when you go to college and you maybe have to make your own food, you kind of know what you can do. Like you can make mac and cheese, you can make something, like, measuring, how to work a stove, like when things too hot and when you need to turn it up, or just, some basic things.
Makes sense to me.
Right? I mean, I had it when I was in high school, but I think a lot of schools don't offer it anymore just because of like cost wise.
I took a cooking class in junior year. Cooking.
Yeah, I think I was a junior when I took one too. Exactly, about the same time. Yeah,
it was when you could fill yourself with an elective just to get through the year.
Yeah, and it was like it's cooking. Informative, like cooking. I learn how to cook. Everyone should learn how to do it.
I learned how to make my scrambled eggs.
I think it should be a class that they like have to kind of teach, because it's something everyone should like be informed on, at least if like you had to like live off of something, or you had to like make something. You can read directions, like bring something into work. Like you're going to bring something into school this day and we're going to make it. Right. It's going to be like a box thing of some sort. There's something you can make. I don't know. That's like, I feel like that's like a learning, informative future thing that would help you. And my third one, you ready for this one?
Well, so we have putting condoms on penises.
How
to cook food.
How to cook food. Driver's education.
Oh.
Don't really offer it in high school anymore. Another budgetary cutted item.
That was that's kind of back in the day that used to happen.
I had driver's education in high school where I obviously took the course, right? It was a class. And then in the summertime, it was basically like summer school, but I drove with one of the science teachers and like two other kids that signed up for this program, and we would drive getting hours in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So like the school had a car, it was a science teacher that I never had as a science teacher, but he did it in the summertime, and he would usually do it a couple of days a week. I forget how many days a week, maybe once or twice the most. And it would be like me and like two other students, and we would take turns like practice driving.
Oh, nice.
all over the place. And that was good. They don't offer it anymore though. But driving, how important is driving? Like nowadays, you have to like find like a private driving school if you want to get like some hours in.
Yeah.
As far as obviously studying for like your driver's education test and getting your permit, like it was a lot easier when you had a course, to like learn it all in. And that way, when you went to the DMV, you took the test, like you actually knew what the fuck you were ready, preparing yourself for. And then obviously it helped when you got your permit and you were able to do test driving. So
did you ever do a shop class where you take your car in? Did you ever have that?
No, I didn't have a shop class, but I think my school did have a shop class. And I think some schools still do have that, but I think it's very far and few that they still are active. But a shop class, yeah, I mean, obviously there's your wood shop classes, but it's like how many people are really gonna be woodworkers or like ceramics? This one like worked with automotives, yeah.
Oh yeah, we would bring our car in like a couple times.
Change the oil in it,
do the brakes, do the oil. Yeah, we do all that stuff.
I would have liked to have taken a class like that. I just never did.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I just feel like sex. Yeah, that's a course that can help you prepare yourself for the future when it comes to that. Cooking, driving.
Why not driving, cooking, taking care of a car?
You didn't get the car so you can go take the girl out, so you can go out to dinner or make her dinner, and then you can have the sexy time.
Well, so that was there was what was it, a period 7 after? That was the finger bang class. That's what after school you'd go to the finger bang class. That was
that's a whole nother elective. That's elective.
It was elective, yes. Yeah.
It was an elective on top of elective. Finger banging course.
Yeah, it was finger bang and smoke bowls, I think. It was like 2 of those things.
It must have been like a secret passcode to unlock that course.
I feel like I signed up on it. It was on my it was part of my classes back in the day. Finger bang class, 101.
Did you fail it on purpose so you had to retake it?
Yeah. It's a very hard class to get through. But hard to have.
Like, damn it. It's like, DMudd, you have failed this course like the last 2 years.
But you keep coming back.
I see you keep coming back.
I'm going to find you. I'm going to finally pass.
I'm going to get it this time. I'm going to get it this time. I'm going to get it this time.
Let's go. Let's go.
I learned them all during the summer. I promise, Teach. I'm going to ace the test.
That was my summer school. That's what I did during summer school.
Just walking in all red-eyed, just like, I got it. I got it, Teach. It's Finger Bang. It's the name of my. It's gonna be the name of my metal band. Finger
bang.
Smoking banging. Smoke bang.
We were probably chew bangers back then. We just fucking like chew our butts off with Kodiak all the time.
No, I never did that. That's not my thing.
Big old fatty up top.
Yeah, no thanks.
In typing class, sitting in typing class is spitting on the floor. You know what? In shop class, obviously, if you're changing oil right underneath the car,
chew.
And spitting on the floor.
I couldn't see you spitting in typing class.
We definitely did.
But I think it's hilarious though that, speaking of typing class, they probably don't even offer that anymore. It was just like a new wave thing because keyboards came out. And now kids are just born with already programmed how to type.
This was a speed class. This was where you used to be like, okay, ready, go, and you'd be like.
Yeah, I think I took introductory like typing. So it was just like learning the letters, where they're located at, learning how to be able to place your hands on there with not having to be able to look down, and you can type.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're supposed to look up like this all the time. So John Canavas and I had typing class back in the day, and we'd be chewing tobacco and spitting it on the floor and typing at the same time. So Mr. Rich, our teacher, would be like, "Okay, guys, ready, go!" And before a minute, you'd be like, get the speed going. You're like this, and then he'd be like, "Ready, stop!" And you'd be like, "John, stop typing. Dustin, stop typing." And we'd throw each other under the bus constantly. And then we would used to have like a little circle of chew in between our desks.
Can?
No, just on the floor.
Oh, God.
Yeah, as we were typing in class.
Disgusting. COVID, bro. COVID.
COVID. Back then, there was no COVID. No COVID back then. Back in the day when you could just finger bang, and it was so
finger bang
easy.
and smoke weed.
Finger bang and smoke weed.
That's eighth period.
Eighth period, yes, eighth period.
It was actually a club, finger bang weed club.
See, by the time high school, I was pretty much a professional. So,
yeah, I bet that's why you're probably a great typist too.
Yeah, but that's also why I have like
carpal tunnel.
I'm arthritic at this point in my life.
Yeah. We'll chop them off for some new like cool hooks or something.
Those are like
some hook hands.
These puppies are like Vietnam vets right here, bro. These puppies.
Yeah.
They've been through the.
I think I saw one of them. I think I saw one of them wearing a Purple Heart the other day. Because God knows what that one's seen.
No one can tell you except these babies.
What the hell? No! No!
Don't jump! It's not worth it.
No! I hate you, asshole. No! One of those drunk nights with one of those weird vaginas.
Oh, we have to like work it out a little bit. You like figure out what's going on around here.
Coming out, he's got fucking bushes all over him. So he just came out of the swamp. He's got like swamp monster fingers. It's like pubic hairs and slime all over your hands, like you were in a Ghostbusters flick.
Where's this? Where's it at?
Yeah, where are you looking at? Wrong hole, dickhead.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, I don't know.
Obviously, you never saw my map. Could have map quested me, bro. I could have told you.
No, bro. I'm gonna find it myself.
Yeah, Braille.
I'm gonna find it myself.
Well, that's why it took you 3 semesters to get through the class.
Well, I was never good at school, bro. Never.
Nice.
School wasn't my thing.
Preaching to the choir. All right, what song you got? Close us out with. I'm interested. And I will provide the song next week.
Okay.
And I'll come back with a story. He's a great American hero. Yep. Nailed it. All right, brother.
Good one, right, Jeff? You like that one?
I like it. Hope to see you next week.
You got it, bud.
DMudd and OFace.
DMudd, OFace. Ouch!
Have a nice weekend, everyone.